Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play series. We are now on episode number 16 and I just finished up a whole bunch of mining. I didn't get a whole bunch of stuff, but I did get a few important things that we will go over now. I got some more gold, some more iron, we had plenty already. I got a few copper and some tin, I found some infuscolium and some deep iron. And basically, it's time to finally handle our armor and our tool situation for the time being. So we're going to go ahead and head outside now. And, so basically I figured out how this works. It has to be glowing. It has to have this aura around it. And then you right click on it, and it will harvest and it will give you purple crystal seeds, which will allow you, yeah, I'm just going to break this one and get that back because I don't want it planted right here. It will allow you to grow another purple crystal bloom. So it's not the most useful thing until you get an uncrafting table, and then you can uncraft the seeds back into more crystal shards. And that's when it starts to become much more useful. So we're just going to grow as many of those as possible. That sounds like a great idea to me. So first, what I'm going to want to do is pop as much gold in here as possible, because we need to take all these stencils here and turn them into actual casts. So let's go ahead and chop down a tree real quick. Oh, and you might notice that some of my tools are undamaged here. I'm going to throw them away as soon as we make new ones, but what happened was I lost my whole inventory. Due to a server. It wasn't a bug, but there is a command that I can use as an administrator to change myself out of survival mode into creative mode, and it changes my inventory and changes everything else too, and it accidentally erased my inventory. So I gave myself some new stuff just to work with for now, but I will just throw this stuff away. And it was the same stuff, it just doesn't have the enchantments on it, and I didn't use very much of it, so it's not like I, because the axe is almost broken. So we're just going to use it a little bit, and then we're going to throw it away when we get our new stuff. So that'll be okay, I think. And if you don't like that, well, that's too bad. I would have renamed the sword, but I forgot what it was called, so... choppy, choppy, choppy. We need a better sword. A lumber axe or something, or hatchet. Hatchets are pretty good. So, what was I doing here? I need some pine wood, and I need to, I've already got, that's right. So we're going to go ahead and put that right there. And first off, what we're going to need to do is make some ink cast. Oh, I don't see an ingot in here. So I guess we do need the stencil table. That's okay. Oh, and I did connect this over here so that it would be connected to the chest that has all of my ingots in it, so that I can easily repair any of my tools just by walking over here. So that's going to be really useful, hopefully, in the future. I wish this, like with thermal expansion, if one of these things pops up on the side, it pushes any eye over to the side, so you can see what's behind it without having to close any eye. And you can also see all the NEI stuff. It just pushes it to another table, or another page. And I wish a Tinker's Construct did that as well. Maybe if I make a request with MDIO or on the GitHub, they might do something about that. That'd be really nice. So let's go ahead and pop this in here. You see, we're going to need a couple of these, maybe. We'll just do like that many. You can never have too many sticks, so it'll be okay. And there is definitely something right there, and I will check that out in just a second. What are you? Oh, it's a cinder! Okay, these guys spawn out of fire, so there's definitely a fire somewhere, and I know I heard one. This fox is on fire, so I'm gonna put him out of his misery anyway. And okay, so we were getting lucky earlier, and we're not getting as lucky now. We're gonna have to do something about these mobs if we're gonna be outside. I love how they just kind of shatter and fall apart. This is the best mob, and look at the green goo blood. Trying to be all serious, and then all sorts of fun stuff starts happening. It's impossible. Okay, so there was a fire somewhere, and the fire ends up causing... Oh, look, a hat. Ends up causing the cinders to pop out. That's what makes them spawn. And hopefully it's not from this. Because if it is from this, then we're going to have a problem. But for now, we're alright. So we've got blank patterns, and then we're going to pop the blank pattern in here. Like so. We'll just drop them all in here. And we're going to go over, and you can pick out any pattern, basically. Right now, we're just looking for an ingot pattern, because I did not actually see one. We're going to want a couple at some point, like for the hammer and stuff, because that doesn't come in tier 1 patterns. Hopefully I didn't already pass it up. Oh, actually, I feel really dumb right now. Other people who are watching this who know what's going on, they're like, you're dumb, you know, you just put down an ingot. The gold's already... Okay, it's done. And then you right-click on it like that, and then you're going to go ahead and get an ingot like that. Or a pattern. So I'm going to make 3 of them, because I like to have 3 of them. And it doesn't hurt that I made those patterns, because like I said, we're going to need them. So it's alright. It's totally fine. Alright, grab that, and then I've got these 3 patterns right here, and I'm going to need another pattern chest, but for now... I'm just going to drop those in there. I'm going to make another pattern chest, so I'm just going to put it somewhere in this corner here. Which will be just fine. Our inventory is getting a little full of junk that got dropped. Swiftness 4, that's pretty nice. Check it out. Am I even sprinting? No, I wasn't even sprinting. Look at that. Swiftness 4 just is so unmanageably fast. And you can get even faster than this, too, with some other swiftness stuff, and you can just zoom across the map. But we're not going to do that. We're going to take that off because we want to walk at a manageable pace right now. That's just awesome, though. So we've got that. And we're going to want to make some other things. So, let's see. A pickaxe is going to need a tool binding pattern. So let's go ahead and grab that. And our handy dandy stick. Let's put just a whole bunch of those in there. Let me see. Crossbar pattern. It's in here somewhere. Pickaxe. Okay. Go ahead and grab one of those. Put that back. And tool rod pattern is kind of like a stick. And we kind of want a shovel. And what else? Sword blade. Before I get too, in depth in this, I can probably just do most of this off screen. But this is mostly what I'm going to want right now. So I've got a wooden tool rod, I've got a wooden pickaxe head, and wooden binding. Now from here, if I wanted to make just wooden tools, I could. I could just drop it in, in here. Click on this right here, drop the wooden tool, the binding, and the tool rod right there, and pull out a wooden pickaxe. And that would be just horrifying. Now, I also wanted to show this off. I'm going to go more in depth with this as we go on, but we have a really awesome mod called TIC Tooltips, as in Tinker's Construct Tooltips. And you can see it right there. It says hold shift for stats and hold control for materials. So if I hold shift, it'll pop this out. It says repair material wood, durability 59, mining speed 2, mining level stone, and modifiers remaining 3. And then if I hold control, it'll say what each part is made out of, like the durability of the part, like the top part, the head, which is basically what determines what kind of stuff it does, and the wooden tool rod at the bottom, it's modifier, basically. So it'll give you all of the information, and after you put more modifiers on it, you can see even more stuff. So it is incredibly useful for Tinker's Construct, and it's a great add-on. So we're going to take this stuff back. I heard a bird, so I was a little worried there for a second. Or not a bird, I heard some walking around. I didn't know it was a bird at first. So we're going to put that there. But we don't want to make it out of gold. We've got the... Oh wait, we do want to make it out of gold. Because we want to make casts. So we're just going to pour the gold over it. And you have to use gold or... what's it called? Aluminum brass. Gold or aluminum brass to make casts. And aluminum brass is made out of aluminum and... I'm just going to look it up and misspell aluminum while I'm at it. I absolutely never pay attention to the time, and that was another scheduled server restart. So back to looking for aluminum brass, which is right here, and we're gonna go over to, where was it? So it's copper and aluminum, basically. You mix copper and aluminum, you do it in the furnace, or you can do it in the induction smelter, and 3 aluminum ingots to 1 copper ingot, and you will end up getting aluminum brass out of it. So that's basically all you need, and gold or aluminum brass will end up making these casts. So right now we have enough to make a pickaxe. Let's pick these up, and we don't need them anymore. I don't feel like going inside to get a trash can to throw them. Oh, was that the right one? Yeah, I've got the binding. I don't need the tool rod anymore. Put that up there, and might as well, oops, do that real quick. And I'm just gonna throw this one as well. So you only ever really need 1, that's all. so terrible, just throwing things in the river like that, polluting. There's no wind. Why is there no wind? It seems so quiet. The leaves are just kind of falling, very still. There's no wind. Alright, how much have we got left? We've got 4 ingots left. So let's go ahead and put our casts back in here, or make some room, probably. I'm just going to throw some of this junk again, because I don't care about the environment. I am an awful person. And that's all that needs to be said, right? Throw the sticks, blast protection. I don't care. I'm going to get better armor in a second. Rotten flesh, goodbye. Alright. 4 slots. Oh, and I only have 3. So we're going to go ahead and plop these down here. And pour out the rest of this gold into gold ingots. Lovely. There's probably faster ways of doing it, but it's okay. And then next, what we're going to want to do is, I want to make more Damascus Steel for my stuff. And I want to do it in Tinker's Construct to use Extra TIC, which is a Metallurgy in Tinker's Construct compatibility mod. That's what I want to use. So I've got some of the stuff to make it. I've got bronze, I've got, this is technically bronze, and I've got tin, copper, and a bunch of iron, tons of iron here. So basically you mix bronze and iron together to get Damascus Steel. And Damascus Steel is pretty good, and it's a pretty good stepping stone to get to other stuff. And before I find some mithril or some more orichalcum, that's going to be a good place to be at. So I'm going to drop in, that's 7, plus this is 14, so it's 21, and this right here is, this is going to be 28. So I don't actually need that many, so just 10, I guess. And we'll take 1 of these out, because I want an even amount. So this should make, if I did my math correct, exactly 20 bronze. And if we have any more room in here, do we have more room? Yes, we do. We can probably pour in even more bronze. So we'll just melt in a whole crap ton of bronze, as much as we can fit, and then when this is all done melting, I'll drop in all of the iron. And that will end up making a bunch of Damascus Steel. And I can easily get more iron. I've actually got a bunch more iron. And I'll keep this bronze right here for use later. Also, I've got black steel right here. I've got deep iron and infuscolium to make even more black steel, and I want to make my armor out of black steel, which really isn't bad stuff. It's better than Damascus Steel, in fact. So that's a much better place to be at too, before I get to some better stuff. This stuff is almost done melting. This is probably going to take a little bit longer because they're in ingot form rather than ore. As you can see, the ores go through a lot faster. Yeah, that came out as 20 because it exactly doubles it. And just a little bit longer there. Oh, swiftness 4. I was wondering what that was for a second. I think you put slime balls in here, it gives you glue or something, or you put horses in. I don't. That's the weirdest thing. Putting horses in. Bronze. See, we've got a little bit of bronze and a couple more popping in, and 18 bronze, 14 tin, 2 copper. What is that? I must have mathed wrong. It'll be okay though. So we got a whole bunch of bronze out of that. I was actually thinking 20 bronze, and it's really close. It doesn't matter. Maybe my ratio is wrong. I don't remember what the exact ratio is. Oh, yeah, actually, it's 1 copper to 3 tin. And I was thinking 1 to 1, and it's been a little while since I've done this. So yeah, I totally mathed wrong, which is totally fine. And we'll just have to pour the rest of this out in ingots. No big deal. And what's on the bottom here will end up getting poured out, and that's just fine. That's exactly what we want. So first we're gonna, I don't want sword. Gonna go ahead and we're gonna put down the tool rod cast, tool binding cast, and pickaxe head cast. I'm gonna pour out. Oh, you know what? Again, not thinking. So we've got this in here. You're gonna remelt those, and that's 30 ingots of bronze. It's like multiplying. I guess this stuff is mixing in. Oh, there was more down here. That's right, there's more down here that was still melting. So we've got 30 of that. So why don't we actually double check exactly how much it takes before I make a bad calculation again. So here's molten Damascus Steel. So we're going to check that. And smeltery, that's how you get that. Alloy smeltery. So it's going to be an exact exchange of molten iron and molten bronze that gives you molten Damascus Steel. It's 144 millibuckets. I don't exactly know exactly how much it is. I think that's 1 ingot. 144 millibuckets I think is exactly 1 ingot. But I don't know like the Minecraft math, you know. It's some fuzzy stuff, some fuzzy math. So we've got 30 right there. I'm just going to take 15. Seems like a good amount to me. Actually, this is going to pop out. I'm going to start with 15, and if we need to put more in when that's done, we will. And that looks like the last of it. I ended up putting in the last copper ingot that we had, and a couple more iron, and it got rid of a little bit more of the molten tin. We're down to 13. We have no more copper in here, no more bronze, and we came out with 68 ingots of Damascus Steel. So that's going to get us really far here. So let's go ahead and make a few tools. Let's get the parts real quick. And let me see, just pick those up. And next we're going to need, I guess, a shovel. I should have done this already. Just put that down. An axe. I really should have gotten parts for a sword now that I think about it. So why don't I just do that real fast? What kind of sword do we want? Actually, there are parts in here, aren't there? Oh, you know what? I'd have to do the gold again. So we'll come back to that. This is fine. This is a good start. And so all we need to do now is come over to the tool station and start putting parts together. So we put a tool rod there, and the tool binding, and then the head, and then we can name it. Before you do this, before you pull it out, you're going to want to name it. Mining level obsidian. I thought it was higher than that. That'll be fine. That'll be okay. We'll be alright with that. We'll find better stuff, and it will be like no time before we get better stuff. We'll just toss this back in there, and we'll get something else. I'm so bad at naming stuff. Huh. The Obsidia Digger. Because I'm so bad at naming stuff. That's good enough, right? We're just gonna... Oh, I like the new sound. That's nice. So we've got the Obsidia Digger. We should have probably called this the Obsidia Digger because it's actually a digger. We're gonna drop this in here, and this also says that because it's still up there. I'm gonna erase that, and we're just gonna call this the Dirt Masher. 9,900. Yeah. God, so stupid. I love doing that with numbers, like putting stupid numbers on the end of things. So it's a Dirt Masher 9,900. And this one we're gonna call this one the Axe Murderer. Axe Murderer. Yeah, there we go. And like I said, you can see all the stuff that's on here. And once we start putting modifiers on it, it's going to have even more cool stuff on there. So like I said, we're going to start throwing this stuff away. As soon as I get this replaced, I'm going to go ahead and throw that one away. I don't have sword stuff right now yet. We can see, if you don't know everything that you're going to need to make an item, if you go ahead and click on what you want to make, you can see what it needs, right? Required parts: sword blade, wide guard, handle. Required parts: knife blade, crossbar, handle, etc. So that'll make it a lot easier if you don't see what exactly you need, or if you don't have the book on you, or if you don't know exactly where you put your book, or whatever actually happens. So we've got all this Damascus Steel in here, and we're probably going to want more of it to make more stuff. Actually, no, I'm going to need to make more stencils. But as soon as I do, I'm going to end up making another sword and a hammer. But you've got the idea, you know exactly how to make these tools now, and I don't need to explain how they work anymore. And we're going to start moving on. I'm going to dump all this stuff out, and I'm going to go ahead and make a new set of armor. Alright, we've gone and got ourselves a full set of black steel armor with a whole 6 ingots of black steel left. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of this on, and we've got a lot of armor working around. And, I mean, it's not full armor, but you have to get a lot better stuff for that. But it does have a really high durability and some other stuff. I'm going to go ahead and use some of... Oh, I have to actually take it off. Use a few of these levels and try and get some good enchants out of it. What we're going to need to do really soon, though, is work on getting more bookshelves and an advanced enchantment table, and possibly just knock out one of these walls and start building onto this weird bunker thing and making, you know, maybe like an enchanting room and some other, you know, cool rooms with more important purposes. So let's see, and let's look and see what we can get on here. 2 levels, 5, that's good enough. Let's see what this does. Poison protection. Okay, that's not bad, I guess. 6. Blast protection, alright. 3, 4, let's go with that. Projectile protection. I want something really good. Come on, give me something good. And it better not be swiftness 1, 7. Haste 1 and poison protection 2. Okay, so this is going to make us move faster and give us a little bit of protection. Alright, how does that look? Big, bulky spider from hell. I love it. Let's see how much faster we move with Haste 1, because I know that Haste does not have the same bug that Swiftness has. It's a little bit faster. It is definitely a manageable speed boost, unlike Swiftness 4, which is completely insane. So yeah, definitely going to have to look into getting an advanced enchantment table, and definitely getting things much better underway. The last thing that I want to look into is, we put that dragon all the way down, but I definitely made a big mistake with it. I mean, not a superly huge mistake, but kind of a mistake, right? And I'll explain when we get down there. So let me just grab like some cobblestone real quick, and I guess I won't need a ladder. And we're going to go ahead and climb down there. So what happened was, the dragon actually grew. The dragon grew up. But what I was trying to do was make a specific breed of dragon. And that didn't happen. I got the generic Ender Dragon. And what was wrong was I was supposed to patch up the top hole here, so that there was no like light from the top, so that it was completely closed off. And I made that mistake, and someone on my server, another player here, actually told me about that I, did it wrong or whatever, and that's okay. I'm only human, everybody makes mistakes, and we're gonna try this again. So that means that I'll have 2 dragons. Say hello to the giant Ender Dragon. We'll have to come up with a great name for him. What's in this box? Oh yeah, I put this box down here. I don't know what I put the box down here for. So we've got this down here, and we're gonna knock this out, and I'll just teleport home. We'll close this, and say hello to your brother, I guess. Got nothing. It's supposed to have special particles over it. Nothing? Be a different dragon! Be a different dragon! Oh, what's going on? Oh! Uh-oh. I'm out of here. Don't mess with the dragon! That's all I gotta say. I might have to put that one down. If it doesn't put me down. How much health does it have? Oh, yeah, it's gonna put me down. It's gonna put me down. It's gonna, yeah. So that is to be revisited. Good enough. Let's close it off and hope that it definitely breeds into the other dragon breed properly. That's really all I want. So this is getting to be probably a good place to leave off. We got a lot more stuff done. We finally got some more awesome tools with awesome names. The Dirt Masher 9900. In the last 2 episodes, we went over a lot more stuff. We got the treasure room all sorted out. We got Tinker's Construct up and running. We got some new armor. We definitely have a good framework to get a lot more work done. And hi, Bunny Rabbit. Hi, little dear. And we're gonna get a lot more awesome stuff done really soon, especially when we get that dragon tamed. I need to get some ender pearls. I need to keep growing these because these are awesome. I did not mean to put that there. And we're gonna start working on this house. Start working more on this house really soon to make it even better than it is now. Even better than the weird bunker that it is. So thank you for watching. And until next time, I've been Arcanus. You have been you. And tune in next time! See you later, ghoul zombie.